mate, do you know who will be playing on Wednesday night?
Yeah, I've got a pretty good indication. But certainly there's a lot of competition within the squad at this point, and we've got a few guys that have been missing training the last 3 or 4 weeks as well that have actually been recovering very well and will be in contention as well.
Who are some of those guys that have come back in contention?
Nigel and Morten Nordstrand, so they've been training very well, and physically they're looking a lot better. So it's whether or not I throw them in there or not, but I'm very comfortable with the balance of the squad at this point.
How do you view the FFA Cup? I mean, obviously you've had a run against the Central Coast. This is probably the first meaningful hit out against an A-League opposition. Do you go in and saying, I really want to win this game, or do you view it as another trial game?
No, I think it's definitely more important than that. And I think my comments regarding a training game a couple of weeks ago were taken out of context. Every game's vital, every game's important, and this game's certainly got a lot of significance regarding the last 2 or 3 years, regarding the lack of success in this competition. And I think it's vital that our mentality is right going into the game, that we want to progress to the next round. But more importantly, on the back of that, if you do progress to the next round, there's obviously performance underpins that. So I'm looking for a lot of energy and a lot of aggression, and putting a lot of pressure on Victory.
Do you expect Victory to bring a fairly star-studded squad, or do you think they might rest a few people?
No, I think that's the expectation of the club and the values of the club. Every competition they go into, they want to win. They've certainly got the personnel to do that. They've got the infrastructure and the support of that team to do so. So I don't think they'll be coming here just to treat it as a trial game. They'll be coming here to lift the trophy further down the season.
A little bit of pressure on you guys now. Edgeworth's made it through to the last 16, first team from northern New South Wales, so something for you guys to try and live up to.
No, I actually watched that game, and it must be very pleasing feeling for everyone involved in the club. It signifies that, and the way that in the manner they did it as well was very attacking football, and the style of goals I thought were very pleasing. So congratulations to them. It's a significant thing for the region, but we want to emulate that and go through the next round as well.
Your task is a little bit tougher though, taking on the defending champions.
Yeah, well listen, you can look at it 2 ways. You can perceive it as a challenge, or you can see it as a benchmark. We've worked for 5.5 weeks now, and training's been going very well. But one thing's for sure, we're lacking games at this stage, and to miss that game out against the New South Wales Select was hard to take, because ultimately it would have given us 2 games prior to going to this competition and a real identity in terms of how we play. But ultimately it's a responsibility of the players, and I want the definition of our performance on Thursday morning being one that it's a new culture here in terms of playing style, and a more aggressive style.
You did have that run against the Central Coast. Who stood up for you in that game? Was there anyone that was a standout, or anyone that really impressed you?
I was pleased with probably about 45 minutes in total, until they physically start to drop off. But more importantly, the style of play in the midfield rotation, the link-up play, obviously the squad dynamic and personnel isn't finished yet in terms of recruitment, so the overall balance isn't exactly where I want it. But people are playing in positions that are unfamiliar to them, but they're actually fulfilling them to good quality at this point. So I'm expecting that on Wednesday night as well.
Who won't play out of the squad on Wednesday night? Like, is Labby, for example, someone who won't play?
Labby's the only one that's out of contention. He hasn't had the clearance from the surgeon yet to go into full contact training. I think that's next month he'll do that. But Lebanos